Now he hauls fuel, and there's no pump on this truck. This back in the days we had no pump. He'd get out his ladder. A lot of old farmers had 300-gallon upright tank, and carry 5-gallon cans up there. A lot of times when the gas man comes, they watch it closely. And here we got John Deere here. I'll turn it over to the John Deere man.
Coming up closest to the admin building here, we got Brian Nelson on an H John Deere. Next to him we have circa 1947 to 1952B John Deere. Brian's son is on a Model G John Deere, unstyled. You're going to hear the term styled and unstyled a lot. Unstyled means that there's no front grill to it. Here we have a John Deere 112 lawnmower and a pair of John Deere D's. And I think the one closest to the building looks pretty familiar. I think that might be mine. Here's my Andy Carpenter and one of Brian Nelson's sons on the other B, followed by another Nelson son on the 60. And next we got Alan Wibbles on a John Deere 70. followed by another John Deere A. Behind that A is another A with a wide front. Next to that we got Scott Vogel on his 1939D. Coming up next here we've got an 820. Owned by Dave Novotny, West Fargo, North Dakota. Followed by a 4430 and a cute little H John Deere. Next we got a John Deere Spitfire snowmobile. I've been thrown off of those more than once. Followed by a John Deere utility tractor. I can't see the number. Now if I go by sound and not by sight, I think we got a lot older ones coming up here now. We got a 1919 Waterloo boy closest to the building here. Owned by Jeremy Brandon, grandson of Neil Bjorndal. And in front of the Waterloo boy is a John Deere GT. Next we got a 750 John Deere utility tractor with an A hot on its tail. And next to the A we've got a white a 720 standard diesel. Followed by a rear engine mount John Deere lawnmower, an RX-63. Okay, and now we got a 5020 John Deere. Further away from that, from the building, is another B John Deere. And followed by that is what we call an unstyled B. We got a nice 4020 with canopy on it. And an R John Deere driven by Mark Kirklivis. And we got something a little newer here, John Deere Gator. Seen a lot of those around this weekend. We got a new gen, I think it's either a 4020 or a 5020. We got a 1936 John Deere B, driven by Gareth Thorson of Walcott, Iowa. He restored this himself. And I see an Ockley Farms t-shirt in that 4450 John Deere. Now we're starting to get some more colors in the rainbow in the mix here. We get an F12 International paired with the B John Deere. Behind that B we've got a nicely restored styled AR John Deere. And hot on its trail we've got a Farmall M diesel. I don't know about you folks, but even as a John Deere guy, I sure would probably like to have one of those M diesels. They're pretty tempting tractors. Up next we got a wide front B, John Deere, and a 230 Farmall utility tractor. I think that's it for the Deere, so I'm going to hand it back to the master.
Thank you, thank you. Super M. 3760. Oh, Ockrey. W4. This tractor was funded in 2019. Wayne Tucker. Larry Jacobson from the Oil Man on the cemetery. Larry Jacobson on the GB Moline. Minneapolis Moline. And 3739.
36 Military McCormick Deering and I-12 Chris Anderson, Holly, Minnesota.
Oh my God, 6155. This is something different here. Come through. And
6155 is the 49 Co-op tractor, number 3, owned by the Western Minnesota Sea Tractor. So,
Fire Department. Here we got the Nest family. Caitlin. And I don't know what the young lad's name is. Alan Chalmers 3062 at 64. 52 at 35. Well, my females left me here. Lockman on D. Minneapolis D. Monty Boxman. Carmel M20 with the 2-bottom plow. 3929. There's another Boxman on here. Runner. A good looking one, yes. Model M, Marvel. WD9. WD9. International Diesel. Start them on gas, switch them over to diesel. DCK. And the Jolson family. Style WC. Bulletin Swap 8047. 8047. What's the number? Statistics on it. Model 66 Oliver. John Deere garden tractor with narrow prop. Now, that's the makeover, is it? Did they come that way? Minneapolis Moline. Model G. 5010 John Deere. WD Alice. No number. Ole's driving it. Origin large. Penter, you got the Penter? Don't have to come back next year, we'll have it all. Right name. 4818. Firewall S20. Paper on that one. Model M. We have a paper couple. This is giving us some trouble here. Jonathan Antiques with 100 with the newly restored steel wheel wagon. Keith. Now this is a 900. 600. Lane L with the 36B. Jonathan Antiques with the Fireball Cup. Jonathan Antiques with Model A. Pink in color. 3306. Mr. Peterson driving the Model C. Jonathan Antiques with a BN. Jonathan Antiques with a Model Super C. And here we have the one and only. They don't make them like this anymore. The Dennis Peterson from Mildor, North Dakota. Him and his wife Karen built this tractor in the winter of 68 and 69. Karen was telling me it was very tough winter today that they could go out and get parts. 3764 or 340. Next tractor is built by the late Raymond Bass. Very good build of a four-wheel drive. Now this tractor goes engine transmission directly into the front rear end, no drop box. 450 on it in that thing. Very efficient. Every time you use gearing, you're going to lose power. This one here is built by Peter Keeper, the late Peter Keeper. Now it's owned by Faber. And they by Milner. Faber. Not too far away from Mr. Peter. And this is Grandma Amundsen driving the 300. And this is young man here is 87 years old. He's the son of Alfred Dahl that built this tractor. This is Larry that's driving it. And they actually farmed this tractor for over 30 years. The next tractor is Mrs. Faber driving Dennis Peterson's B Minneapolis that Dennis Peterson grew up with. Amundsen Antiques was a 200. John Deere! Oh, shut it off, he says. This guy here comes from Malta, Montana. Hey, do you have mountain time there? Is that mountain time? Yes. Clay Walters. He comes from Malta, Montana. 816 International. And we have Amy and Toby Van. Toby was driving the 11. Tractor here is new all come from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We call 1945 Model 8. Toby and Amy Van, West Fargo. This silver thing, 1948 model, is Jim Leadfall from Albuquerque, New Mexico. They have traveled a long way. Dan, don't move yet, don't leave yet. This tractor here is very interesting. He's in the experiment station. Jeff drove this thing, checking sugar beets all the time. And when he retired, they told him to take that piece of junk and bring it to Rollag. And that's where he brings it. That's where he keeps it. The Hilbert. What about the Gibson? Do we have on the Gibson tractor 7046 8? White Sanders from Goodrich, Silver King, John Deere 4020, 4669. Oh, and that's Fieldley family, Whiskey Creek Farm, with the Rock Island Lions. Anderson driving it, 1949 Farm LC, Leroy Skin in Wesley George, it's Marvin and Elizabeth Peterson. That one there?
1922 International Tractor Junior Model driven by Dave Ruski, Moorhead.
You want to know, like Dwayne Hovels so rude. Wet Stick Queen, Steam Queen.
Steam Queen this year is Corey Upwood.
Standard, 60 standard. Yeah. International, 2417.
Either between a 1915 to a 1919 International pickup truck owned by Bill Smith, and it says here that
roughly oil pull is operated by
Caleb, Ranger,
three zones. Next we have up the 60s One City and the 40s One City behind that. These two tractors are owned by Mark Peterson from North Dakota. Jim Price is building a replica of this 60. Hopefully he's got the motor and everything running. Build the back end. Hopefully next year they'll have it completed and it'll be following behind this engine. Here we got Mr. Kushan on the Universal 8413. The Universal Track Company was built in Stillwater, Minnesota.
it's a 1910 Universal 2040 owned by Steve Rossum from Columbia, Missouri.
4113, 4513, 3513. Anderson from. Where are you from? Well, Arnie, he's Troy Lake. He's Troy Lake address, Arnie. He's got speed time for grandchildren. He didn't even have the Montreal right on. Power City. 1911. 4070. 40 horsepower, 70 on the belt. And Chris and Jim are the operators. Avery, where's Rachel? Rachel owns this. Rachel Morgan owns this tractor. Her husband's operating it.
Minnesota. It purchased in 1946 and drove it home 99 over the Valley City in 3 days.
Young Holstead is driving this tractor, this elevating tractor. Down the hill, no elevating tractor.
Tractor is 3570 oil gas, owned by Mark Peterson, Laverne, North Dakota, and it says here that Mike DeBoat and Matt DeBoat that usually run it. It is one of two in existence.
Next tractor is the Russell. These are prairie tractors now. These are the tractors that are burning gas and kerosene. Or what they call distillate, I don't know, it's kind of a mixture, distillate they call this.
Russell tractor 3060 owned by Mark Peterson, Laverne, North Dakota, ran by Ted Mann.
Ted Mann, I wonder if he's on there. Ted Mann's supposed to be the operator, but I don't know if he's on there or not. This tractor is out of a Taylor, and this is the Anderson brothers. Chris is on there. Three brothers, all these. won't you? Here's the David Brown. Case 1940. Rumley oil pull. Going by only one man like it. There's only one man like it. String Anderson. And what was it? Someone said they should call him Rope Anderson now? Cause oh yeah. Cause he grew up. His uncle always called him String. So Norman Anderson is the one that named him String. Norman was still alive, he'd maybe call him Rope Anderson. They know that he's Doug Anderson. You live on that farm that got that sawmill, don't you? Yes, yes you do, yeah. Wayne Spence coming up the line with Townsend. Looks like a steam engine. Smells like a gas tractor though. No steam at all. That big barrel full of water for cooling. Very unique build. First time I ever saw it, on Parade Road, I thought it was a steam engine. Looks like a steam engine. Come up.
The 1918 Townsend tractor, 32C model. Mark Peterson from Laverne, North Dakota owns it, and it says here Wayne Spencer from Zimmerman, Minnesota runs it. And it is one of two in existence, stored by Norm Frost in Emberwood, North Dakota.
Only one of two existed. Okay, we're switching gears now. We're out of the prairie tractors. Now we're into the steam power. Minneapolis coming up to Parade Road. And the load going to the number system.
Okay, the 1920 Minneapolis Steamer, 28 horsepower, Eric Nelson, Rollag owns it. Trevor Mayer, also a Shaggy or Tim Exton, right?
Eric Nelson owns this machine. So that's out of the, I think that's also out of the Norman Nelson collection. This engine here is the Huber. This is owned by Marlene Larson, the daughter of Norman Nelson. Return flue, really different configuration. The flue is right above the clear box. The flue gases go all the way forward, turn, they go all the way back, and then up the stack. More efficient, possibly, in what? But what a bugger to get going, especially when all you had was farmer batches. Back in the day when we got Big Bertha, it would be different. That guys wouldn't even do that, they did it with batches. The 6 on the Ellington engine, 18 horse. Oh, look at that big engine, 18 horse. That's spoiler horsepower now. And they measured bale and spoiler horsepower. The twin cylinder, undermount engine, and boiler horsepower. Take that times 3, and you're going to come out, I bet this thing will put out like 60 to 70 horse plus. 80.6 horsepower out of an 18 horse boiler horsepower. 18.6. Yeah, the operators, the steam engines on Rollag here especially, we have some experts on how to polish the valving. So we have crisp valves that let this steam in at the right moment, and they can increase horsepower by the efficiency of how they polish and get these steam valves to work. Next one's the Russell, and guy comes out of North Dakota. And I wonder what he's cooking tonight. Got any food down there cooking his dinner before. No supper being cooked. None. What's he gonna feed the relatives? Okay, let's read something on this. 1551. Let's read some information on it.
1918 Russell steam engine, 2060 model, Harlan Bernstein, Walcott, North Dakota. It was 100 years old in 2018 and started life in rice fields in Louisiana.
This tractor was owned by Dean Iverson in 1945 and I'm 617's granddaughter. Are you a granddaughter, Dean? Yep. Great job. Dean will be happy. Reeve! The Reeve! Yeah! Rutsey, Minnesota! That's how I look at that lung there and it screws me up. Mark Danielson, 4th generation on this engine.